Hi there, welcome back. I'm Pam and we're in my kitchen again where I share with you some of my favorite recipes or those that are most requested by my friends and family. Today we're going to be making soup, a hot Italian turkey sausage soup. It's winter time and we're all looking for something warm and satisfying to put on the table for dinner. And this is an easy recipe. Uh, Most of the ingredients are things we keep right in our kitchen, and it can be ready within an hour, hour and a half from start to finish. So I think that you're going to enjoy it, and I'd like to get started. So what goes into this soup is diced onion, that's one large onion, several stalks of celery diced, that looks like about 2 cups. I really don't measure with this recipe. Carrots. These are multicolored carrots, so there's yellow, orange, and purple. And then we've got some chicken stock. My favorite chicken stock comes from Trader Joe's, but you can use whatever you want. Some olive oil, some thyme, some rice, and some Jane's Crazy mixed up salt, which you don't have to use. You can use salt and pepper and some spices. I'll tell you what's in that later. And then, most importantly, is this hot Italian turkey sausage. I'm going to be honest with you, this sometimes is hard to find in the community where I live. There's a couple stores that have it, and they don't always have it in stock. But if you're not able to find it, find another hot turkey sausage or even a pork sausage. I think it's important that you use a hot sausage. It's what I think really gives this soup a lot of flavor. But if you just can't tolerate anything with any amount of spice, I think you could use an Italian sweet sausage. But I've not done it, and I don't know what that would taste like. So anyway, we're going to go over to the stove, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this. The vegetables and the other ingredients will come into play later. Okay, we are over at my stove now, and we have our 5 links of turkey sausage. And these come in a casing, so we are going to squeeze out a little meatball sized portion. My pot is heating with some olive oil in it. If you're going to use pork sausage, you don't really need any oil in the pan. Pork sausage is very fatty, and I don't think you'd need it. Also, my pan is not non-stick. This is a 40-year-old Dutch oven, and it just, if I didn't oil it, things would stick. So we're just going to squeeze off out of this casing little meatball size portions, and we're going to brown these in 3 batches, most likely, 2 or 3. You don't want to add too much at one time, or you'll end up steaming the meat rather than browning it. Now, if you don't want to take the time to do the little meatballs, you can squeeze all of this out into the pan. Just empty it and treat it as you would ground beef or ground bison, and just, mush it up and brown it. I do that a lot, but my Aunt Sarah made these little meatballs, and it kind of gave some distinction to the soup. It didn't look so ordinary. So when I have company and I serve this, I usually make the meatballs. As you can see, we've got this disgusting casing here, but just squeeze everything out of it, throw it in your pot, and brown the meatballs. And like I said, we're going to do it in batches so that we don't end up steaming it. And we'll come back when I have all of this browned up nicely. Okay, I am all done browning my little turkey meatballs. And I've got a bunch of yummy goodness stuck to the bottom of the pan. And we're going to add some olive oil, maybe a tablespoon or 2, so we can saute the vegetables for about 5 minutes. We're going to throw in the onions, celery, and the carrots. I may have overdone it on the carrots here. I'm going to see if I need all of these or not. Stir this around and just let the onion get soft for, you know, about 5 minutes. And I did want to mention, whether you make the meatballs or you brown the meat all together, set it aside in a separate bowl. This goes in later. Okay, I'm going to just keep stirring this around, not continuously, but every now and then for about 5 or 10 minutes, just so the onions get a little soft, and then we'll come back. Okay, so these vegetables have sauteed for about 5 minutes and softened up a little bit and deglazed the bottom of the pan and all the good stuff that was stuck to the bottom of it. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add 2 cartons of chicken stock or chicken broth. This is actually broth. I've used both. Just empty them in here. We're going to turn up the heat a little bit because we want to bring this to a boil and then turn it down to a simmer. We're going to add a 1/3 cup of rice and let that cook for about 20 minutes. A lot of times I use brown rice. That takes about 50 minutes to cook. I actually like the texture of brown rice better, and the extra fiber and that kind of thing. But you can use whichever. I'm going to do this white rice today because it only takes 20 minutes to cook, and I want to get this video moving and not be here all day. So my 1/3 cup of rice goes into the vegetables with the chicken stock. Again, bring it to a boil and then turn it down to simmer and cover it until the rice is finished, and then we will come back. But I'm also going to add a generous tablespoon of thyme. I really like thyme, so I'm adding a lot. You can add anywhere from a teaspoon to a tablespoon. Now, this is crazy salt. If you don't have this in your cupboard, don't run out and buy it unless you want to. But the ingredients are salt, herbs, and spices. They're not going to tell you exactly what spices. Dehydrated onion and garlic. So anyway, this is also called for about a teaspoon. So we're going to just, like I said, bring it to a boil and bring it back down to a simmer, cover it, cook the rice, and then we'll come back. All right, our rice is cooked and the soup is simmering away. We're going to add back into the pot our meatballs, carefully, don't want to splash. I've also chopped up some flat leaf parsley. You can use spinach or kale or chard or watercress, or you don't have to use any greens at all. I think it adds some nice color to the soup. That's pretty much a full bunch. So we've added back in the meatballs and the parsley, and we're going to just let this cook for about 15 minutes and it'll be ready to serve. And what you don't use today, tomorrow it's going to taste even better. I know I say this a lot, but the flavors will blend. The rice will thicken the soup up a little bit more, and it's just going to be great for your dinner tomorrow. So I hope you try this recipe. But we'll come back when this is ready to spoon up, okay? Okay, this is simmered for another 15 minutes, and it's ready to spoon up. I just want to show you what it looks like. It's full of vegetables and meat. There's your soup. I like to serve it with a mixed salad and some bread. If you try the recipe, let me know how it turned out for you and how you liked it. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to know when another video is going to be available, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.